Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Get ready, trainers, because we are lacing up our virtual boots today. We're diving headfirst into what looks like, well, one of the biggest Pokemon Go events of the entire year.
That's right. It is time. We need to unpack absolutely everything you need to know about Pokemon GO Fest Global 2025. This is the massive worldwide celebration. It's happening June 28th and 29th.
And that's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. local time, right? Each day.
Yep, 10 to 6 local time, wherever you happen to be playing. That's the beauty of the global event.
And, the cool thing is everyone can jump in. It's free to participate, explore the habitats, do some raids. But for folks who want to really boost their experience, there is that optional ticket.
And that ticket unlocks a whole other level, really. Exclusive content, extra bonuses. It changes the game quite a bit.
So our mission today basically is to walk you through all the must-know details.
Exactly. We're talking brand new Pokemon making their debut, the super tough raid bosses you'll be facing, the wild Pokemon you absolutely want to hunt down, and maybe most importantly, how to get ready. Both in the game, storage and items, and also in the real world. How to actually play this thing effectively.
Yeah, maximizing the weekend, prepare for some rare catches, those powerful battles, and maybe even some game-changing discoveries. We'll see.
Let's dive in.
All right, let's kick it off with the new shiny things, the global debuts. We've got 2 brand new shiny forms hitting the game for the very first time. Get hyped for shiny Carbink and shiny Frigibax.
Yeah, chasing those sparkles. Carbink's gonna be tough. It's a rare spawn already. Frigibax too, so shiny hunting those will be a challenge. But maybe the biggest debut, the one lots of people are buzzing about, is the mythical Pokemon Volcanion.
Oh, the fire-water type. That's a unique combo.
It really is. Now here's the catch. It's available, but only through special research if you have the event ticket.
Ah, okay. So ticket holders only for Volcanion. That's a key point.
Definitely. If Volcanion is high on your must-have list, that ticket is basically required for the encounter during this event.
What if you already have one? Like from an in-person Joe Fest, maybe?
Good question. If you were lucky enough to grab Volcanion before, completing this new special research during the Global Fest will give you Volcanion candy instead.
Okay, so still worth doing the research then. Extra candy's always good.
Always, especially for Mythicals. Now, let's talk about the main event for a lot of players. The raids.
Yes, the 5 stars. Get those battle parties ready.
We've got the crowned forms of the Galar Legends hitting 5-star raids. Crown Shield Zamazenta is up first on Saturday, June 28th.
And then Crown Sword Zacian takes the stage on Sunday the 29th.
And let me tell you, these are not going to be easy raids. Crown Shield Zamazenta. We're looking at a CP of 56,867. That's chunky.
Wow.
But Crown Sword Zacian, even higher. 67,864 CP. That's seriously beefy.
Okay, so definitely not something you can solo or even duo, probably.
Oh, absolutely not. You'll want at least 3 really strong trainers, minimum, honestly. For Zacian especially, aim for more if you can. Like 4 or 5 plus with good counters is safer.
And why go through all that trouble? What makes them so good?
Well, apart from just being cool legendaries, they are absolute beasts in combat.
Right.
We're talking raids and PvP, specifically the Master League. Right now, Zacian, even in its hero form, is ranked #1 overall in Master League. Crowned will be even better, and Zamazenta is #2.
So top-tier PvP Pokemon right there.
Definitely. And Zamazenta, especially Crown Shield, is incredibly bulky. It's going to be a fantastic tank, particularly in max battles. There's even some data mean info suggesting it might start max battles with a free max guard shield if you unlock certain things, which is just, well, insane.
Okay, wait. You mentioned catching them. But there's a twist with the crown forms, isn't there? You don't catch them like that directly.
Correct. This is important. You defeat the crowned form in the raid, but you actually catch the hero of many battles form afterwards, the regular form.
Ah, okay. So how do you get the crown form then?
You need to transform it. And that requires a new item, Crown Energy. You need 1,000 Sword Energy for Zacian or 1,000 Shield Energy for Zamazenta.
1,000 energy per Pokemon.
Yep. Plus 30 of that Pokemon's candy, and critically, the Pokemon has to know the move Ironhead before you transform it.
Ironhead. Why Ironhead?
Because when you do the transformation, Ironhead actually changes into their signature move. Behemoth Blade for Zacian or Behemoth Bash for Zamazenta.
Okay, wow, 1,000 energy. That sounds like a lot of raids. How much energy do you get from one raid?
Based on task mechanics, like with Mega Energy, it's likely going to be somewhere around maybe 80 to 120 energy per successful raid.
So doing the math, you might need roughly 10, 11, maybe 12 raids of each one just to get the energy?
That's the estimate, yeah. So potentially 20 to 24 raids total if you want both crown forms just from raiding. That's a significant investment in raid passes.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Is there any other way to get that energy? Like maybe with the ticket?
Bingo. This is another major perk of the ticket. Ticket holders get access to branching special research. You choose a path, sword or shield. Completing that path-specific research is very likely, almost certainly, going to reward you with enough energy for one of the crowned forms.
Oh, okay, so the ticket basically cuts the raid requirement in half if you want at least one of them.
Exactly. It makes getting at least one crowned form much, much more achievable during the weekend.
That's a huge incentive right there.
Okay.
Okay, strategy time.
Yeah.
Let's say we're going into these raids. What counters should we be bringing? Let's start with Zamazenta, Crown Shield.
Right. Zamazenta is fighting steel type, so it's weak to fighting, ground, and fire. Your absolute best bets, your top tier attackers, Mega Lucario, Mega Charizard Y, Primal Groudon, those are incredible.
Okay, the big guns.
Mega Blaziken is great, Shadow Heatran hits like a truck, and you've got Mega Garchomp, Mega Heracross, Shadow Groudon, Terrakion, Shadow Chandelure. Lots of strong options.
What about more budget-friendly options? Stuff people might already have powered up.
Yeah, definitely. Regular Lucario is still fantastic. Chandelure, Delphox, Charizard, Conkeldurr, Skeledirge, Garchomp. Those are all solid choices that are generally easier to get candy for and power up.
Got it. Good list. Now for Crown Sword Zacian, that's Fairy Steel, right? Weaknesses.
Fairy Steel means it's weak to ground and fire. So again, Primal Groudon reigns supreme here. Mega Charizard Y is also amazing.
Right, makes sense. Primal Groudon covers both weaknesses pretty much.
Exactly. Shadow Heatran is also top tier. Mega Garchomp, Shadow Chandelure, Shadow Groudon, Mega Blaziken, Reshiram is excellent here too, Blacephalon, Shadow Ho-Oh.
And the budget options for Zacian.
Regular Chandelure is still great. Skeledirge is a fantastic non-legendary fire type. Garchomp, Blaziken, Delphox. Hisuian Arcanine is a good shout if you have one. Rhyperior works too.
Awesome. So build those teams before the event starts, right?
Yeah.
Saves time in the lobby.
Absolutely crucial. We'll touch on prep more later, but pre-building battle parties is key.
And one more raid thing. Wasn't there a global challenge bonus? Something about catching.
Ah, yes, the Ancients Recovered Global Challenge. If the community completed that before Go Fest weekend, then Premier Balls earned after raids will be more effective at catching the boss during Go Fest.
More effective, like a higher catch chance.
Seems like it, yeah. It's a nice little boost. But definitely still bring your golden raspberries. You're gonna need them for these guys. Don't rely just on that bonus.
Gotcha. Golden Rat's still essential. What about other raids? Anything else happening besides the 5 stars?
Yep. Keep an eye on the 1-star raids. You'll find Frigibax in there, which is huge for getting candy for Baxcalibur.
Ooh, good one.
And also Dapper Pikachu, wearing little red, blue, or yellow accents. A nice collector's item.
Cute. And 3 stars.
3-star raids will feature train costume phalanx on both days.
Wait, phalanx. Dressed as a train. Seriously.
Seriously, choo-choo. It's a fun one.
Choo-choo indeed. Okay, so raiding is huge, but Go Fest is also about catching stuff in the wild, right? Tons of spawns.
Oh yeah, the wild encounters are a massive part of it. Throughout the event, you'll have these rotating hourly habitats. Doesn't matter where you are, the habitat changes every hour on the hour.
So everyone experiences the same rotation.
Exactly. Keeps things dynamic.
Yeah.
First up is the Moonless Volcano habitat. Here you're looking for Carbink, though it's listed as rare.
Okay.
Plus fire types like Houndour, Fuecoco, also Skrelp, Flaby Red. Good stuff in there.
Then what's next?
Galvanic Dojo. Think fighting and electric types. Mienfoo is the rare spawn here. Also Machop, Teddiursa, maybe a shiny chance there. Chespin, Pancham, Flaby Yellow.
Okay, Dojo. Got it. Then.
Hypnotic Tundra. This is where you hunt for Frigibax in the wild, again listed as rare. Plus ice and ground types like Alolan Sandfrew, Swinub, Sponover, Bergmite, Flaby Blue.
Ice type's nice. And the last one?
Face Swamp. Fairy and water poison types mostly. Tigetic is the rare spawn here, which is great for Kiss Candy.
Yeah.
Also Clefairy, Tentacool, and Marini.
Marini. You mentioned that one's special.
Yes. Marini is one of those Pokemon that gives extra Stardust when you catch it. So if you pop a Star Piece during the Face Swamp hour, boom. lots of dust.
Ooh, pro tip right there. Star piece during phase swamp hour.
Definitely. And many of these habitat spawns like Machop, Swinub, Tentacool, Tagetic, they're all really relevant for Go Battle League or building raid teams, so pay attention to these habitats.
Now, you mentioned the ticket unlock stuff. What about wild spawns for ticket holders? Is incense important?
Incense becomes incredibly important if you have a ticket. It's basically your key to unlocking exclusive regional Pokémon that are usually impossible to get unless you travel.
Okay, this is huge for Pokédex completionists. Which regionals are we talking?
Get ready for this list. Torkoal, normally only in parts of Asia.
Wow.
Skiddo, this one was previously only at in-person Safari Zone events. This is its global debut via Incense for ticket holders.
Skiddo. Okay, that's awesome. What else?
Pachirisu, one of the absolute rarest, most sought-after regionals, usually only found in Alaska, parts of Canada, and Russia. Available globally via Incense with a ticket.
Pachirisu. No way, that's insane.
It's a huge draw. And also Klefki, the little key Pokemon normally only found in France and some nearby areas, also making its global debut via Incense for ticket holders.
Man, that incense lineup alone might be worth the ticket price for some people.
But for collectors, absolutely. Oh, and ticket holders will also get Unknown from Incense, Spelling Shield on Saturday and Sword on Sunday.
Unknown too. Okay, the ticket really cranks up the collecting aspect.
It really does. Now, besides the hourly habitats and the Incense exclusives, there are also specific Pokemon appearing all day long, just generally in the wild. These are themed to the day's legendary.
Ah, okay, so Saturday is Zamazenta Day, Shield-themed spawns.
Exactly. On Saturday, be on the lookout for Chansey, Skarmory, Larvitar, Shieldon, Shelmet, Vullaby, Oranguru, and if you're lucky, a rare Goomy spawn.
And Sunday is Zacian Day,
Yeah.
sword-themed.
Yep. Sunday brings Galarian Farfetch'd, Cubone, Ralts, Carablast, Pawniard, Dino, Passimian, and rarely Jangmo.
Okay, let's break some of those down because there's some really good ones in there. Chansey. Why is that a big deal?
Chansey and its evolution Blissey are just the absolute best gym defenders in the game. Massive HP. Dropping a Chansey in a gym is always a good move. Also a great tank for max battles.
Right, gym defense?
Larvitar. Larvitar means candy for Tyranitar, and importantly, Mega Tyranitar. One of the best rock and dark attackers out there. Always need Larvitar candy.
Totally. And Ralts.
Ralts is key. Evolves into Gardevoir or Galad. Mega Gardevoir is the undisputed best fairy-type attacker, essential for fighting dragon types in raids. Mega Galad is a decent fighting psychic type too.
Okay, Mega Gardevoir. Got it. What about Pawniard on Sunday?
Pawniard candy is super relevant right now because of its evolution, Kingambit. Kingambit has this unique evolution method.
Oh yeah, the weird buddy task thing?
Exactly. You've had to make Pawniard your buddy and then defeat 15 steel or dark-type Pokemon in raids while it's your buddy.
15. That's a lot.
It is. But guess what type Crown Zacian and Zamazenta are?
Ah, they're both part steel.
Precisely. Go Fest is giving you the perfect opportunity with the 5-star raid bosses to actually complete that evolution requirement for Kingambit. It's perfect timing.
That's brilliant. Okay, so definitely buddy up a Pawniard if you want to evolve it. What about others like Vullaby, Shieldon, Goomy, Dino, Jangmo?
All very relevant. Vullaby for Mandibuzz in PvP. Shieldon for Bastiodon in PvP, Marini we mentioned for Dust, and Toxapex in PvP. Oranguru is solid in PvP. Goomy for Goodra, decent dragon. Cubone for Marowak, maybe a Alolan Marowak if featured. Dino for Hydreigon, great dark attacker. Jangmo for Komao-o, another good dragon fighting type.
Wow, so basically almost everything spawning has some use, either PvP or raids.
Pretty much. There's so much to hunt for all day long on top of the hourly habitats and raids. It's going to be packed. Okay, so with all that going on, raids, habitats, incense, all-day spawns getting prepared beforehand is it's essential. You can't just wander into Go Fest unprepared and expect to maximize it. Let's talk in-game prep first.
Number one priority, I'm guessing, is Pokemon storage space.
Absolutely. Non-negotiable. You are going to be catching hundreds, maybe thousands of Pokemon over the weekend. You cannot afford to waste time constantly transferring mid-event.
Right. Stopping to transfer kills the momentum. How much space should people aim for?
As much as you can possibly clear. Use search strings. Search costume to see if you have old event Pokemon you don't need. Search shiny and see if you have duplicates you could trade. Search by date like 80365 for recent stuff, or maybe age 1825 for stuff older than 5 years. Maybe lucky trade candidates.
Good tip on the search strings. And tagging.
Tagging is your friend. Tag stuff keep, tag stuff trade, tag stuff transfer, makes sorting later much easier, or tag for specific trades with friends.
And speaking of transferring, isn't there a spotlight hour coming up that's perfect for this?
Yes, perfect timing. June 17th, there's a 2x transfer candy spotlight hour. Mark your calendar. That is the ideal time to clear out hundreds of Pokemon and get double the candy for doing it. Maximize that out.
Okay, June 17th, double transfer candy. Got it. What about trading during Go Fest itself?
Trading is going to be big, especially if you have the ticket. Ticket holders get up to 6 special trades per day during the event weekend. Normally, it's just 1.
6 special trades. Wow. And regular trades.
All trades for ticket holders have their Stardust cost cut in half. That's huge if you're doing lots of trades, especially for Shinies or Legendaries, which can be expensive.
So having those Pokemon tagged for trade beforehand will save a ton of time if you're meeting up with friends.
Exactly. Makes the whole process smoother. Next up, item storage.
Right. Balls, berries, potions. What's the priority?
Balls, balls, balls. Prioritize Ultra Balls, then Great Balls. You'll burn through them fast. Pinap Berries and Silver Pinap Berries are crucial for maximizing candy from all those rare spawns and raid bosses.
And Golden Raz?
Essential for catching those tough legendaries and raids, maybe rare shinies, or those valuable incense spawns like Pachirisu if you don't want them to flee.
What can you maybe afford to toss if you need space? Nanab berries. Regular Raz.
Yeah, Nanabs are usually the first to go. Regular Raz can be okay to toss too. But remember, you can always feed any berry to Pokemon in gyms. You get Stardust for it, and sometimes even candy for that Pokemon, so it's not a total waste.
Good point. What about healing items?
Focus on max potions and max revives, especially if you plan on doing a lot of raiding. You can probably discard most of your lower tier potions and regular revives to make space for the max versions.
Okay, so how do we actually stock up on all this stuff beforehand?
Spin everything. Spin Pokestops and gyms every day leading up to the event. If you can coordinate with someone using a golden lure module from sending postcards to Scarlet Violet, those golden Pokestops give out way more items.
Golden lures. Good shout. What else?
Open gifts. Max out your gift openings every single day. Friends' gifts are a fantastic source of balls, potions, revives, sometimes even Stardust.
Right, gifts are key.
Grab the free daily box in the shop, check the Go Pass if you have it, sometimes there are item rewards, and complete your field research tasks. Many of them reward balls, berries, or Stardust. Just be consistent in the days leading up.
Okay, last in-game prep point. Raid parties.
Crucial. We talked about the counters for Zacian and Zamazenta earlier. Don't wait until the raid lobby starts to pick your team. Go into your battle parties menu now and create dedicated parties for each boss.
Use those counter lists we discussed?
Exactly. Put your best Primal Groudon, Mega Charizard Y, Shadow Heatran, etc. into preset teams. This saves vital seconds in the lobby. If you're raiding with a small group, or if your first team faints, being able to quickly swipe to your pre-made B team can be the difference between winning and losing the raid timer.
Okay, that covers the in-game side. Now let's talk real-world prep, because Go Fest isn't just played on your phone, right? It's about being out there.
Absolutely. This is an active event. So, first things first. Planning your day. Where are you actually going to play? A big city park, a local downtown area, a mall.
Doesn't matter where.
It can, yeah. Areas with high Pokestop and gym density are usually best, especially if you plan on raiding a lot or need to restock items. Think about who you're playing with, too. Coordinate a meeting spot in time.
And playing with people is actually beneficial in-game too, right? With party play.
Definitely. Party play is huge for Go Fest. You form a party with up to 3 friends, and you can complete party challenges together for rewards like Stardust, balls, maybe even encounters.
And there's a raid bonus too?
Yes, party power. When raiding in a party, you get a boost to your charged attacks. It charges faster and hits harder, especially if that global challenge for faster charging was met. It makes taking down those beefy crowned raids much easier.
Plus, ticket holders can share items.
Some premium items, yeah. Like maybe activating a lucky egg or star piece might benefit the whole party if you have a ticket. Party up. It's really worth it.
Okay, next big IRL thing. Power. Keeping your phone alive.
This might be the single most important piece of IRL prep. Charge your phone completely before you leave, and bring portable power banks. Not just one, ideally 2.
2? Why 2?
One might run out, or maybe a friend needs a boost. Aim for high capacity, like 20,000 millar or more per bank if possible. And make sure they support quick charging if your phone does. You don't want to be tethered for hours waiting for a slow charge.
And don't forget the cables. Bring extras.
Yes! Cables fail, cables get lost. Always have a backup charging cable. Maybe even one for your power bank itself.
What about auto catchers? Like the Go++ kits?
Charge that too. If you have one, an auto catcher is invaluable during Go Fest. It can passively spin stocks and catch Pokemon while you're busy raiding, trading, or focusing on shiny checking specific spawns. It just maximizes your efficiency.
Makes sense. Okay, physical comfort is potentially 8 hours of playing each day.
Yeah, you gotta take care of yourself. Wear comfortable shoes, ones that are already broken in. Don't debut new shoes on Go Fest weekend unless you like blisters.
Good call. Maybe pack blister bandages just in case.
Or moleskin, yeah. Proactive foot care. Also, consider a pop socket or a phone ring. Holding your phone constantly can strain your hand. That little bit of extra grip helps a lot over a long day.
What about the weather? It's summer in the northern hemisphere.
Just check the forecast. Pack accordingly. Rain gear coat or umbrella if needed, sun protection hat, sunglasses, sun cream is crucial if it's going to be sunny, even gloves if you're somewhere surprisingly cold. Being miserable because of the weather ruins the fun.
Hydration and food are key too, right? Don't want to bonk halfway through.
Absolutely. Bring lots of water. Water is more important than sugary sports drinks, though those can have their place. Pack easy-to-eat snacks, trail mix, protein bars, fruit, things you can eat while walking.
Maybe pack a lunch.
If you can, yes. It saves time and often money compared to waiting in long lines at food places, especially if you're playing in a popular park. More time playing. Quick aside, think about your fellow players. Basic hygiene deodorant, maybe some breath mints goes a long way if you're going to be in close proximity raiding or trading. And a small first aid kit isn't a bad idea either.
Good points. What about phone issues? Overheating in summer.
Yeah, phone overheating can be a real problem, especially during intense raiding or if it's very hot and sunny. It can throttle performance or even shut down your phone.
How do you combat that?
Keep your phone out of direct sunlight if possible. Lower screen brightness. Take off bulky cases. Some people bring small portable fans or even those reusable cool packs you put in lunchboxes to rest the phone on occasionally. There are even dedicated phone cooler attachments you can buy.
Okay, good tips. What about connectivity? Busy parks can mean bad cell signal.
Congested cell service is a classic Go Fest problem in popular spots. If you have the option, maybe having a second phone on a different carrier or a mobile hotspot on another network can be a lifesaver.
Or bumming hotspot off a friend who has signal.
Exactly. Ask around if you lose service. Also, Bluetooth devices like auto catchers can sometimes struggle in very dense crowds with lots of signals flying around. Sometimes just stepping a few feet away from the main throng can help it reconnect.
Little tricks of the trade. Any other quick tips?
Make trading easier. Print out your trainer QR code beforehand. You can even laminate it and attach it to your bag. Friends can just scan it without you needing to navigate menus. Saves time.
Oh, that's clever.
If you plan on taking a lot of photos or videos of the day, maybe use a separate device or just your phone's native camera app. Constantly using Geo's AR camera can drain battery faster and potentially clog up cloud storage uploads if service is spotty.
Good point. And the final, most important reminder.
Stay safe. Be aware of your surroundings. Watch where you're walking. Look out for traffic, other people, obstacles. Have fun. Catch them all, but always prioritize your safety and well-being.
Okay, we have covered a ton of confirmed info and prep tips. Now let's peek behind the curtain a little bit. There's some interesting speculative stuff floating around based on data mining, right? Stuff that's not confirmed, but maybe hints at future features.
Exactly. It's important to stress this is unconfirmed information found in the game's can by data miners. It could change, it might not happen, it might not be for J-Fest, but it's interesting nonetheless.
So what's the first piece of speculation? Something about bottle caps.
Yeah. Data miners found references to an item called bottle caps, and the context seems to align with hypertraining from the main series game.
Hypertraining. That's what you can max out of Pokemon's 5Es, right? If it's level 100.
Sort of, yeah. In the main games, it lets you make a Pokemon's stats perform as if they had perfect IVs. The underlying IV doesn't actually change, but functionally it's perfect. The data found here suggests these bottle caps might allow you to increase your Pokemon's 5Es in Yo.
Increase them. Like, actually change a 14 IV to a 15.
That's what the data implies, yes. Potentially allowing you to take a really good Pokemon, like a 98% IV Shiny or Lucky, and push it to become a perfect 100% IV Hundo or Shundo.
Whoa. That would be game-changing, especially for PvP IVs versus raid IVs. How might you get these bottle caps?
The speculation, based on how similar items were introduced, is maybe through something like a paid Dogger Pass, similar to how the Lucky Trinket for Guaranteed Lucky Trades was handled earlier this year. But again, pure speculation.
Okay, bottle caps for potential IV training. That's huge. What else did the data miners find?
Something potentially linked to those signature moves for the Crowned Form's Behemoth Blade for Zacian and Behemoth Bash for Zamazenta. They found references to adventure effects.
Adventure effects. We've seen those before, right? Like Dialga and Palkia's moves giving timer extensions or wider catch radiuses.
Exactly, but these new ones seem different. They seem to be combat-focused. The data suggests activating these effects might give a temporary boost to your Pokemon's attack or defense.
A battle boost, how much?
The mine numbers suggested something like a 10% boost in raids, maybe 5% in max battles, lasting for about 6 minutes per activation.
Okay, a temporary stat buff. What would it cost to activate?
The data pointed towards a cost of 5 candy for that specific Pokemon, plus 5,000 Stardust per 6-minute activation.
5 candy and 5k dust for a 6-minute boost. Interesting.
And here's another twist. The data hinted these effects might be stackable, meaning you could potentially activate it multiple times to extend the duration, maybe up to 24 hours if you had enough candy and Stardust.
Stackable battle boosts. Imagine stacking attack buffs before a really difficult Tier 6 raid boss or something.
It really opens up some interesting strategic possibilities, doesn't it? How would perfecting IVs with bottle caps, or having stackable temporary battle boosts via adventure effects, how would those things change how players approach challenging raids, or even Master League PvP?
It really makes you think about the future meta. But again, gotta reiterate.
Absolutely. This is all data mined, speculative, unconfirmed. Niantic hasn't announced any of this. It might not happen for Go Fest. It might change completely. It might never happen. Treat it as interesting potential, not confirmed fact.
Right. Fascinating possibilities, but wait for official news.
Wow.
Okay, that really was a deep dive. We've covered so much. Pokemon GO Fest Global 2025 is just... it's looking absolutely massive. Whether you're playing for free or grabbing that ticket, there's a ton going on.
For sure. You've got the powerful crowned legendaries and raids, the hunt for new shinies like Carbink and Frigibax, those super rare regional Pokemon available globally through incense for ticket holders, plus all the habitat spawns and all-day spawns. It's packed.
And all the prep we talked about. Clearing storage, stocking items, planning your route, charging your gear, building those battle parties, doing that now is really going to pay off during the event itself. It lets you focus on playing and enjoying.
Definitely. Maximize those limited hours. And just thinking ahead, those potential features like bottle caps and adventure effects. It's exciting to ponder how they might evolve the game down the line, you know? What new strategies might emerge.
It adds another layer of intrigue. So the key takeaways: prepare well, play smart, stay safe out there, and honestly, just have an amazing Go Fest Global 2025. There's so much cool stuff to discover.
Get ready for an epic weekend. What's the one thing you're personally most hyped to hunt down or achieve during Go Fest? That's something to think about as you get ready. Good luck out there.